Good, sounds good.
Yeah, you can go. Thanks for waiting for my response. Okay, we're on page 116. You turn it on to 116?
Yep. We only got to question 4. How much more of the book?
I mean,
This seems really long. This one does.
This one is really long.
this is an easy read. You guys are just being whiny.
No, I already read it.
No, it's easy, but I guess.
I'm gonna read the whole thing to you. You don't need to do anything.
The only thing that annoys me is when she says principal.
Well,
I can't do it.
I'm sorry. That's what she told me.
Let's read. Get this
Yep,
done.
yep. We're gonna get this done. We're on page 116. 116. I'm serious. Yeah.
Is it recording?
It's recording. Yes. This has all been recorded.
Work.
Okay.
Chop chop.
Matt will be my right hand man.
Wait, so who's seeing it though? Who like
Mash,
Nobody's-
chop chop, time to
nobody's
work,
doing
let's
it.
go.
no
Then
wait,
why do
so
you have
no
to
one's gonna
record
see it, but you're just doing it
It's
for
for me.
Why?
just like how you teach, just like you just doing
Yeah. Don't you want to be a better person?
I mean I'm a hard person.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not, so.
Did he get me?
Probably like up your nose. Okay,
Let's go.
okay, we gotta focus. Matt has a deadline we gotta meet. MISS. Meriwether in-school suspension. This is my consequence. It is my contract. It's true what they tell you about not signing anything without reading it carefully. Even better, pay a lawyer to read it carefully. The guidance counselor dreamed up the contract after our cozy get-together in the principal's office. It lists a million things I'm not supposed to do, and the consequences I'll suffer if I do them. The consequences for minor offenses like being late to class or not participating were stupid. They wanted me to write an essay, so I took another day off school, and bingo, I earned a trip to MISS. It's a classroom painted white with uncomfortable chairs and a lamp that buzzes like an angry hive. The inmates of MISS are commanded to sit and stare at the empty walls. It's supposed to bore us into submission or prepare us for an insane asylum. Our guard dog today is Mr. Neck. He curls his lip and growls at me. I think this is part of his punishment for being that bigoted crap he pulled in class. There are 2 other convicts with me. One has a cross tattooed on his shaved skull. He sits like a granola, waiting for a chisel so he can carve himself out of a mountainside. The other kid looks completely normal. His clothes are a little freaky maybe, but that's a misdemeanor here, not a felony. When Mr. Neck gets up to greet a late arrival, the normal-looking kid tells me he likes to start fires. Our last companion is Andy Evans. My breakfast turns to hydrochloric acid. He grins at Mr. Neck and sits down next to me. What does she mean when she says my breakfast turns to hydrochloric acid? She's about to. She's feeling sick. Why is she feeling sick?
Because he's
Because Andy raped her. Mr. Neck. Cutting again, Andy? Andy Beast. No, sir. One of your colleagues thinks I have an authority problem. Can you believe it? Mr. Neck. No more talking. I am Bunny Rabbit again, hiding in the open. I sit like I have an egg in my mouth. One move, one word, and the egg will shatter and blow up the world. Why does she keep referring to herself as a rabbit?
because they like freeze and they're a prey.
Right. She's prey. Who's the predator?
Andy.
Andy. I'm getting seriously weird in the head. When Mr. Neck isn't looking, Andy blows in my ear. I want to kill him. Why do you think Andy's blowing in her ear?
To like get her attention.
What'd you say, Sophie?
Reagan.
Reagan,
Like,
sorry.
bug her.
I'm so sorry.
Wait, does he actually like her?
No, I think he's just.
I don't know. Does he like her? Why is he doing this stuff with her?
Because he's a senior and he feels
Was he its friend?
That is it.
Oh, it? I'm stupid. Sorry.
You're not stupid. So he's a senior, but seniors don't come up and blow in your ear necessarily just because they're seniors. So why is he doing these things to her?
They're friends. Call the cops.
They're definitely not friends.
because he's trying to be a man. Annoying.
That's a little sexist. I was hoping you could sing there.
What?
Oh, me?
Yeah. No, come on. He raped her. Why is he blowing in her ear and standing over her
Because
and
he's
breathing
trying to
down
show
her neck?
dominance.
Yeah, why?
Because he raped her. I don't know.
Because he's trying to show dominance.
What, Z? Did you say something? No.
Why is he trying to show
Yeah,
dominance?
he's trying to show dominance. Well, I think because he just wants to remind her, like, hey, I'm here. I have control over you. You can't tell anybody what I did. Right?
Exactly.
Right.
Oh.
That's where I was going. I didn't know if you were going there with me, Stella.
I'm going there with you.
Picasso. I can't do anything, not even in art class. Mr. Freeman, a pro at staring out the window himself, thinks he knows what's wrong. Your imagination is paralyzed, he declares. You need to take a trip. Ears perk up all over the classroom, and someone turns on the radio. A trip? Is he planning a field trip? You need to visit the mind of a great one, continues Mr. Freeman. Can you? I can't read one. Paper flutters as the class sighs. The radio sings loud again. He pushes my pitiful linoleum block aside and gently sets down an enormous book. Picasso, he whispers like a priest. Picasso, who saw the truth. He wanted to paint the truth, molded it, ripped from the earth from two angry hands, he pauses. I'm getting carried away. I nod. See, Picasso, he commands. I can't do everything for you. You must walk alone to find your soul. Blah, blah, yeah. Looking at pictures would be better than watching snowdrift. I open the book. Picasso sure had a thing for naked women. Why not draw them with their clothes on? Who sits around in a skirt without a skirt on plucking a mandolin? Why not draw naked guys, just to be fair? Naked women in art, naked guys a no-no, I bet. Probably because most painters are men. I don't like the first chapters. Besides all the naked women, he painted these blue pictures, like he ran out of red and green for a few weeks. He painted circus people and some dancers who look like they're standing in smocks. He should have made them props. The next chapter steals my breath away. It takes me out of the room. It confuses me, while one little part of my brain jumps up and down screaming, I get it, Cubism. Seeing beyond what is on the surface. Moving both eyes and a nose to the side of the face. Dicing bodies and tables and guitars as if they were celery sticks. And rearranging them so that you really have to see them. Amazing. What did the world look like to him? I wish he had gone to high school at Merriweather. I bet we could have hung out. I searched the whole book and never see one picture of a tree. Maybe Picasso couldn't do trees either. Why did I get stuck with such a lame idea? I sketched a cubist tree with hundreds of skinny rectangles for branches. They look like lockers, boxes, glass shards, lips with triangle brown leaves. I dropped the sketch on Mr. Freeman's desk. Now you're getting somewhere, he says. Give me a thumbs up. I think we might have read about 5.
Doesn't he like get more money for his program?
Okay, 5. It says, what compromise does Mr. Freeman make with the school board? How does his new canvas symbolize the decision?
He writes their names on the wall
Why does he do that?
to show their progress.
Right, so remember,
And
he
the
wasn't
board.
giving grades and the school board got really upset. So he decides to start tracking his student progress. So that's the first part of number 5. Did you already write that down? Okay. You did the whole study guide? Not bad, anything?
I still haven't done the PowerPoint though.
That's a good point. You guys do realize you have that big project due soon.
It's due tomorrow.
Oh. I did the PowerPoint, I just gotta record it tonight.
No.
Oh.
I'm really worried about a lot of you doing that in. Huh?
Do a midnight tomorrow? Yeah, 11:59 p.m.
Okay.
It should be tomorrow if you're
That's supposed to be my Snapchat started.
I have like plans.
Yeah, so if you need to see me tomorrow morning because you blew off this project, I'll be an A3 if you need help.
Yes, ma'am.
How does Melinda feel, or sorry. So remember he was painting a picture, how did they describe the picture that Mr. Freeman was painting?
Isn't it depressing?
It was like all dark, very dark colored. How does this symbolize his decision? What could that mean? He doesn't like it, he doesn't feel good about it. Okay. Can you put away your fortune teller? Huh? Later?
Will you play later?
I'll play later. 120, riding shotgun. I'm a good girl. I go to every class for a week. It feels good to know what the teachers are talking about again. My parents get the news flash from the guidance counselor. They aren't sure how to react, happy because I'm behaving, or angrier still that they have to be happy about such a minor thing as a kid who goes to class every day. The guidance counselor convinces them I need a reward, a chew toy or something. They settle on new clothes. I'm outgrowing everything I own. But shopping with my mother, just shoot me and put me out of my misery. Anything but a shopping trip with mom. She hates shopping with me. At the mall, she stalks ahead, chin high, eyelids twitching because I won't try on the practical, stylish clothes she likes. Mother is a rock. I am the ocean. I have to pout and roll my eyes for hours until she finally wears down and crumbles into 1,000 grains of beach sand. It takes a lot of energy. I don't have it in me. Apparently, mom isn't up to the Dragon Wine Mall gig either. When they announce I've earned new clothes, they add that I have to get them from Efforts so mom can use her discount. I'm supposed to take the bus after school and meet her at the store. In a way, I'm glad. Get in, buy, get out, like ripping off a Band-Aid. It seems like a good idea until I'm standing at the bus stop in front of the school as the blizzard rips through the county. The wind chill must be 20 below, and I don't have a hat or mittens. I try keeping my back to the wind, but my rear end freezes. Facing it is impossible. The snow blows up under my eyelids and fills my ears. That's why I don't hear the car pull up next to me. When the horn blows, I nearly jump out of my skin. It's Mr. Freeman. Need a ride? Mr. Freeman's car shocks me. It's a blue Volvo, a safe Swedish box. I had him figured for an old VW bus. It is clean. I had visions of art supplies, posters, and rotting fruit everywhere. When I get in, classical music plays quietly. Will wonders never cease. He says dropping me off in the city is only a little out of his way. He'd love to meet my mother. My eyes widen in fear. Maybe not, he says. I brush the melting snow from my head and hold my hands in front of the heating vent. He turns the fan up full blast. As I thought, I count the mileage markers on the side of the road, keeping an eye out for interesting roadkill. We get a lot of dead deer in the suburbs. Sometimes poor people take the venison for the winter's meat, but most of the time the carcasses rot until their skin hangs like ribbons over their bones. We head west to the big city. You did a good job with that cubist sketch, he says. I don't know what to say. We pass a dead dog. It doesn't have a collar. I'm seeing a lot of growth in your work. You're learning more than you know. Why does she keep noticing roadkill?
Cause dead.
She's depressed.
She is depressed. What could that symbolize?
She wants to be dead.
Because she wants to be dead? Maybe she feels dead inside.
She's very depressed.
Me, I don't know anything. My trees suck. Mr. Freeman puts on his turn signal and looks in the rearview mirror, pulling into the left lane and passes a beer truck. Don't be so hard on yourself. Art is about making mistakes and learning from them. He pulls back into the right lane. I watch the beer truck fade into the snowstorm in the side mirror. Part of me thinks maybe he's driving a bit too fast, well, with all the snow, but the car is heavy and doesn't slip. The snow that's caked on my socks melts into my sneakers. Me, alright, but you said we had to put emotion into our art. I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm supposed to feel. My fingers fly up and cover my mouth. What am I doing? Mr. Freeman. Art without emotion is like chocolate cake without sugar. It makes you gag. He sticks his fingers down his throat. Next time you work on your trees, don't think about trees. Think about love, or hate, or joy, or rage. Whatever makes you feel something, makes your palms sweat, or your toes curl. Focus on that feeling. When people don't express themselves, they die one piece at a time. You'd be shocked at how many adults are really dead inside, walking through their days with no idea who they are, just waiting for a heart attack or cancer or a Mack truck to come along and finish the job. It's the saddest thing I know. He pulls out the exit and stops at the light at the bottom of the ramp. Something small and furry and dead is crumpled by the storm sewer. I chew off a scab on my thumb. The effort sign blinks in the middle of the block. Over here, I say. You can drop me off in front. We sit for a moment, the snow hiding the other side of the street, a cello solo thrumming from the speakers. Thanks, I say. Don't mention it, he answers. If you ever need to talk, you know where to find me. I unbuckle the seatbelt and open the door. Melinda, Mr. Freeman says. The snow filters into the car and melts in the dashboard. You're a good kid. I think you have a lot to say. I'd like to hear it. I close the door. Hall of Mirrors. I stop by the manager's office and the secretary says my mother is on the phone. Just as well. It'll be easier to find a pair of jeans without her around. I head for the young ladies section of the store. Another reason they don't make any money. Who wants to be called a young lady? I need a size 10 as much as it kills me to admit that. Everything I own is an 8 or small. I look at my canoe feet and my wet, obnoxious ankle bones. Aren't girls supposed to stop growing at this age? When I was in 6th grade, my mom bought me all these books about puberty and adolescence, so I would appreciate what a beautiful and natural and miraculous transformation I was going through. Crap, that's what that is. She complains all the time about her hair turning gray and her butt sagging and her skin wrinkling, but I'm supposed to be grateful for her face full of zits, hair in embarrassing places, and feet that grow an inch in a night? Utter crap. No matter what I try on, I know I'll hate it. Everett's has cornered the market on completely unfashionable clothes that grandmas buy for your birthday. It's a fashion graveyard. Just get a pair of fits, I tell myself. One pair, that's the goal. I look around. No mom. I carry 3 pairs of the least offensive jeans into the dressing room. I'm the only person trying anything on. The first pair is way too small. I can't even get it over my butt. I don't bother with the second pair. They are a smaller size. The third pair is huge. Exactly what I'm looking for. I scurry out to the three-way mirror with an extra large sweatshirt over top. You can hardly tell that they're average jeans. Still no mom. I adjust the mirror so I can see reflections of reflections. Miles and miles of me in my new jeans. I hook my hair behind my ears. I should have washed it. My face is dirty. I lean into the mirror. Eyes after eyes after eyes stare back at me. Am I in there somewhere? 1,000 eyes blink. No makeup. Dark circles. I pull the side flaps in the mirror in closer, holding myself into the looking glass, blocking out the rest of the store. My face becomes a Picasso sketch. My body slicing into dissecting cubes. I saw a movie once where a woman was burned over 80% of her body. They had to wash out all the dead skin. They wrapped her in bandages and kept her drugged and waited for skin grafts. They actually sewed her into new skin. What's a skin graft?
Like to take skin off for somewhere else.
Yeah, so like when you're burnt really bad on your face, they might take skin from like your lower back and put it on your face. So why is she talking about the skin grafts? She's not burnt. What's wrong with her skin?
She wants to change.
Yeah, she wants to change. Maybe she feels uncomfortable in her skin. Have you guys ever heard that expression?
Yes, ma'am.
Never? Well, now you have. Today you have.
Can't get the high note.
I push my ragged mouth against the mirror. 1,000 bleeding, crested lips pushed back. What does it feel like to walk in new skin? Was she completely sensitive like a baby, or numb without nerve endings, just like walking in a skin bag? I exhale, my mouth disappears in a fog. I feel like my skin has been burnt off. I stumble from thorn bush to thorn bush, my mother and father who hate each other, Rachel who hates me, a school that gags on me like I'm a hairball, and Heather. I just need to hang on long enough for my new skin to graft. Mr. Freeman thinks I need to find my feelings. How can I not find them? They're chewing me alive like an infestation of thoughts, shame, mistakes. I squeeze my eyes shut. Jeans that fit, that's a good start. I have to stay away from the closet. Go to all my classes. I'll make myself normal, forget the rest of it. Germination. We finish the plant unit in biology. Miss Keene drops 10-pound pins that the test will focus on seeds. I study how seeds get planted. This is actually cool. Some plants spit their seeds into the wind. Others make seeds yummy enough for birds to eat, so they get pooped out on passing cars. Plants make way more seeds than they need because they know life is not perfect and all seeds won't make it. Kind of smart when you think about it. People used to do that too. Had 12 or 15 kids because they figured some would die, some would turn out rotten, and a couple would be hardworking, honest farmers who knew how to plant seeds. What seeds need to germinate? Seeds are inefficient. If the seed is planted too deep, it doesn't warm up at the right time. Planted too close to the surface, and a crow eats it. Too much rain and the seed won't. Not enough rain, and it never gets started. Even if it does manage to sprout, it gets choked by weeds, rooted up by a dog, mashed by a soccer ball, or asphyxiated by car exhaust. It's amazing how anything survives. How plants grow. Quickly. Most plants grow fast and die young. People get 70 years, a bean plant gets 4 months, maybe 5. Once the itty-bitty baby plant peeks out of the ground, it sprouts leaves so it can absorb more sun. Then it sleeps, eats, and sunbathes until it's ready to flower, a teenage plant. This is a bad time to be a rose or a zinnia or a marigold because people attack with scissors and cut off what's pretty. But plants are cool. If the rose is picked, the plant grows another one. It needs the bloom to produce more seeds. I'm going to ace this test. Bologna exile. My cafeteria strategy has changed since I have no friends in the known universe. First of all, I don't go through the line for anything to avoid that vulnerable moment of coming out into the lunchroom. That moment when every head lifts and evaluates, friend, enemy, or loser. So I brown bag it. I had to write a note to my mother asking her to buy lunch bags, bologna, and little containers of applesauce. The note made her happy. She came home from the store with all kinds of junk food I could take. Maybe I should start talking to them. Maybe a little bit. What if I say the wrong thing? Bologna girl, that's me. I try to read while eating alone, but the noise gets between my eyes and the page and I can't see through it. I observe. I pretend I'm a scientist, on the outside looking in, the way Miss Keene describes her days watching rats get lost in mazes. The Marthas don't look lost. They sit in formation, a new girl in my old seat, a sophomore who just moved here from Oregon. Her clothes have dangerously high percentage of polyester. She needs to get that taken care of. They nibble carrot sticks and olives, spread pate on stone ground wheat crackers, and trade bits of goat cheese. Meg and Emily and Heather. You have 6 days. 6 days to give me your attention.
That's
You
rough.
can do it. You can do it. I believe. Too bad I can't buy stock in the juice company. I'm watching a trend in the making. Are they talking crap about me? They're certainly laughing enough. I chopped my sandwich and
That was perfect timing.
Are you talking crap about me?
No, we're talking about driving.
We gotta get through this. They're certainly laughing enough. I chopped my sandwich and it barfs mustard on my shirt. Maybe they're planning the next project. They could mail snowballs to the weather-deprived children in Texas. They could knit goat hair blankets for shorn sheep. I imagine what Heather might look like in 10 years after 2 children and 70 pounds. It helps a little. Rachel Rochelle takes a seat at the end of my table with Hannah, the exchange student from Egypt. Rachel Rochelle is now experimenting with Islam. She wears a scarf on her head and some brown, red, gauzy harem pants. Her eyes are ringed with black eyeliner, thick as crayon. I think I see her looking at me, but I'm probably wrong. Hannah wears jeans and a Gap t-shirt. They eat hummus and pita and titter in French. There is a sprinkling of losers like me scattered among the happy teenagers, prunes and the oatmeal of school. The others have the social power to sit with other losers. I'm the only one sitting alone under the glowing neon sign which reads, complete and total loser. Not quite sane, stay away, do not feed. I go to the restroom to turn my shirt around so the mustard stain is hidden under my hair. Just making sure we didn't miss any questions. I don't think these are in order. Okay, number 10. Says, what topic in biology class inspires Melinda? What did we just talk about? Germination. So yeah, like how seeds and plants grow. Why do you think that inspires her?
Because she might have
She
a
wants to
future.
grow as a person.
She wants to grow as a person.
That's so smart.
That's number 10. We're skipping.
When I taught myself,
You are.
exactly.
So, they were talking about germination. How plants grow. See? Because she wants to grow as a person. Number 11. What does Melinda notice about her appearance when she looks at herself in the mirror at effort? Yeah?
She looks like dirty.
Yeah. Like her hair is all crazy.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about her skin. Like, what did we say?
It's dirty. Like she wanted a skin graft.
Trying to skin graft because she's dirty.
She didn't want, she didn't
Why you
feel
love your
comfortable
skin?
in her skin.
Yeah, right. She didn't feel comfortable in her skin. She doesn't recognize herself when she looks in the mirror. These are all things great for number 11.
Guess we changed it to his person.
Okay, so she said, I have to stay away from the closet, go to all my classes. I'll make myself normal. So she's going to try to be a good student. Second part of number 11. No, come on. Alright, school day, snow day, school as usual. We had 8 inches of snow last night. In any other part of the country, that would mean a snow day, not in Syracuse. We never get snow days. It snows an inch in South Carolina, everything shuts down, and they get on the 6 o'clock news. In our district, they plow early and often and put chains on the bus tires. Fairwoman tells us they canceled school for a whole week back in the 70s because of an energy crisis. It was wicked cold and would have cost too much to heat the school. She looks wistful. Wistful, 1-point vocab word. She blows her nose loudly and pops another smelly green cough drop. The wind blasts the snowdrift against the window. Our teachers need a snow day. They look unusually pale. The men aren't shaving carefully and the women never remove their boots. They suffer from some sort of teacher flu. Their noses drip, their throats gum up, their eyes are rimmed with red. They come to school long enough to infect the staff rooms and go home sick when the sun shows up. Fairwoman. Open your books now. Who can tell me what snow symbolized to Hawthorne? Class. Row. Hawthorne wanted snow to symbolize cold. That's what I think. Cold and silence. Nothing quieter than snow. The sky screams to deliver it. 100 banshees flying to the edge of the blizzard. But once the snow covers the ground, it hushes as still as my heart. Stupid, stupid. I sneak into my closet after school because I can't face the idea of riding home on a bus full of sweaty, smiling teeth sucking up my oxygen. I say hello to my poster of Maya and my cubist tree. My turkey bone sculpture has fallen down again. I prop it up on the shelf next to the mirror. It slides back down and lies flat. I leave it there and curl up in my chair. The closet is warm and I'm ready for a nap. I've been having trouble sleeping at home. I wake up because the covers are on the floor or because I'm standing at the kitchen door trying to get out. It feels safer in my little hideaway. I doze off. I wake to the sound of girls screaming, be aggressive, be aggressive, BEAGGRESSIVE. For a moment there, I think I've tripped into the land of the truly insane, but then the crowd roars. It's a basketball game, last game of the season. I check my watch, 8:45. I've been asleep for hours. I grab my backpack and fly down the hall. The noise of the gym pulls me in. I stand by the door for the last minute of the game. The crowd chants down the last seconds like it's New Year's Eve, then explodes from the stands like angry hornets with the sound of the buzzer. We won, beating the Coatesville Cougars 51-50. The cheerleaders weep, the coaches embrace. I get caught up in the excitement and clap like a little girl. This is my mistake, thinking I belong. I should have bolted for home immediately, but I don't. I hang around. I want to be part of it all. David Petrakis pushes toward the door in the middle of a group of friends. He sees me looking at him and detaches himself from his pod. David, Melinda, where were you sitting? Did you see that last shot? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. He dribbles an imaginary ball on the ground, fakes left, right, then pulls up for the shot. David should stick to human rights abuses. He goes on and on, a loose ball racing downhill. To hear him talk, you think they just won the NBA championship. Then he invites me back to his house for a celebratory pizza. David, come on, Mel. You've got to come with us. My dad told me to bring anyone I wanted. We can give you a ride home after if you want. It'll be fun. Do you remember fun? Nope, I don't do parties. No thanks. I try out excuses. Homework, strict parents, tuba practice, late night dentist appointment. Have to feed the warthogs. I don't have a good track record with parties. David doesn't bother to analyze my reluctance. If he were a girl, maybe he would have pleaded or whined more. Guys don't do that. Yes, no, stay, go, suit yourself, see you Monday. I think it's some kind of psychiatric disorder when you have more than one personality in your head. That's what it feels like when I walk home. The two Melindas fight every step of the way. Melinda 1 is pissed she couldn't go to the party. Melinda 1, get a life, it was just pizza. He wasn't going to try anything. His parents were going to be there. You worry too much. You're never going to let us have any fun, are you? You're going to turn into one of those weird old ladies who has 100 cats and calls the cops when kids cut across her backyard. I can't stand you. Melinda 2 waits for 1 to finish her tantrum. 2 carefully watches the bushes along the sidewalk for a lurking boogeyman or worse. Melinda 2. The world is a dangerous place. You don't know what would have happened. What if he was just saying his parents were going to be there? He could have been lying. You can never tell when people are lying. Assume the worst. Plan for disaster. Now hurry up and get us home. I don't like it out here. It's too dark. If I kick both of them out of my head, who would be left? Yep, number 8. How is Melinda's reaction to the basketball victory different than her reaction on the first day of school assembly in the gym?
She gets very excited.
She was very excited during the basketball game. How was she during the assembly on the first day of school?
She was horrible.
Bless
She
you.
didn't go, she didn't like it, it wasn't fun.
She didn't like it. What happened to her while she was there?
Oh,
saw
Andy
it.
came, no, Andy was like with, Emily, right?
She followed.
People were talking to her about, oh, you were the one who called the cops.
Right. Right.
Oh, yeah, that.
So everyone got mad and they were mean to her because she called the cops. How is that different than what happened after this game?
No one said that. They're actually, they were tracking that.
She had a
Come
friend.
over.
She had a friend. She got invited to a party. That's all I'm worried.
Yeah.
What are you singing?
It's a man's world.
What is that from?
I don't know.
It's not the lyrics. The lap.
I'll let you end early.
How much more is
I
there?
can't hit the high note though. You know?
Second part
If I knew the songs that I would know, but I
I don't know,
don't.
can you? I'm not done looking through it.
You literally only have one, like, 3 pages left on the story. You did?
Gotta go
Great.
to work for a
Danger.
physical copy.
Miss Norman, is this homework?
Yeah.
One other word for it.
Oh, I know those songs.
Yeah. I can't hit the high note.
Sing with me, right? I can pull up the lyrics for you.
I just want some more.
Sounds a banger.
Keep it going. Keep it going and put it all together.
You ever put speakers on?